Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Ktura Kay and I'm back with another video. So originally this video was actually a talk through. I was talking through everything. I actually watched a video by a makeup artist. He is so talented. His name is Paintedbyspencer. So I'm going to link all of his information below, but I was basically trying his technique out. And so in the midst of trying his technique, I actually started using a new microphone that I bought for my camera, and I guess it wasn't plugged in all the way or the settings weren't right, and the whole video was mute. It was nothing. You can hear nothing. So I was talking and actually like following along, making a little commentary and talking about, the different products that I use, because some of the products that I use were different than his. So for the most part, everything was done the same as far as the technique, but like I said, you'll see me using some different products, but I basically watch one of his videos. So if you see me turning my head, I'm looking back at my TV on the wall to, basically see what step he does next, because I wanted to actually follow his technique to the T, or at least try to. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I post new videos. So let's get into it. So I am starting off with my foundation. For foundation, I'm using my Estee Lauder foundation, and I believe this is in their Double Wear, and I am applying that with a beauty blender. He actually applies the foundation with a brush and then applies it with a beauty blender and blends everything out, of course. So you'll definitely be seeing me using my beauty blender throughout the entire video like you usually do, so that's not anything new. But yes, so I'm going to be using my beauty blender with that. So I'm just blending everything out. And like he said in his video, like when it comes to makeup, this is like a full coverage look. So if you're not used to wearing a lot of makeup, I would say just give it a try. I mean, practice makes perfect, and you never know until you actually try. So, I would say give it a shot. So he actually used a foundation as a contour as well. So I'm going to be using my CoverGirl foundation, because that's the only foundation that I could find that I actually had a really darker shade in. So they actually sent me their whole collection in this. So this is their Skin Milk in the darker shade, and I'm using that for my contour. So you see me applying it and blending everything out with the brush. And yes, when it comes to working with foundation, it's supposed to be able to blend out a little bit better than a cream. So it kind of did, but it's also very loose. So you have to, make sure you work with it well and place it in the proper spot. Sometimes it can be hard to deal with if you have a heavy hand. But I liked how it ended up blended out nicely. But now I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. And I believe this was in the shade Caramel or Warm Sand. Those are the two lighter shades that I have in that I like to use. So I believe this is Caramel. So I'm taking this and applying it. He applied it over the brows and everything. So I'm basically applying this concealer wherever he applied it on his model. So, and I feel like I love this concealer. So I was like, I already know it's going to look really nice, but where it was placed, I feel like I put a little bit too much when it came to adding it to the sides of my face, to underneath the contour, to make it stand out a little bit more. So you'll see that here. I'm placing it, but I kind of went a little overboard. I should have probably just stopped right there, but you'll see me go back to the other side and add more and more and more. I don't know why I did that, but yes, like I said, this is a learning process. So I added a little bit too much. I should have just did one little swipe and then just blended it out, and I probably would have been good. But see, I was getting besides myself, seriously. So wait, girl, I did not need all of this concealer. So yes, this is what I'm doing. And now I'm blending everything out with my beauty blender. But overall, his model was gorgeous. She was a brown skin girl. She had all the melanin, so her look came out so beautiful. So I was like, I have to try his technique out and see if I actually like it and see if I can, you know, add a few things to my original routine, makeup routine. So just blending things out and making sure everything is seamless. But like I said, I went a little overboard with the concealer, so it's going to take me some time to work this concealer out. And being that, of course, the concealer is lighter, I feel like I should have gone in with a concealer that was more my skin tone to place underneath the contour, so it would be, you know, more like the foundation color. So that's one thing I learned. So like I said, this is a learning process, but I would not probably won't ever use that lighter shade that I use under my eyes underneath the contour again. So I'm setting everything with my Sacha Buttercup powder. And then I'm going to start blending things out because I just felt like it was just too light. So I took my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and you'll see me brushing this powder on my face to try to blend things out and to try to get rid of any harsh lines or anything like that. So honey, this took me some time because I was like, I am not about to be walking around with an ashy face. Not gonna work, not gonna cut it. But you'll see by the end of the video, everything is gonna be blended nicely. See, look here, I was like, but I'm gonna end up going back. But and then I'm gonna set everything with the spray at the end, so that helps as well. Everything just blend in nicely, and that powder chalky look will, you know, go away. So now I'm taking my Juvia's Place palette in the Saharan 2 palette, and I'm taking the color Fez, and I am blending that out in my crease. And for the liner, I'm using a Pixie Beauty black liner, and I'm kind of smudging it out. I should have probably used brown. He used brown on the model in the video, like a dark brown, but I didn't have a dark brown liner that on hand that I could find, so I just used black, and I kind of smudged it out. And then I'm going in, like I said, with Fez and, you know, enhancing my crease. So now I'm taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Peach Fizz Liquid Glow, and I'm placing that on the lid because he used the Liquid Glow, like a liquidy highlighter for her lid, but this one wasn't setting well, so I placed a gold color that was in the Saharan 2 palette as well. I placed that on top of it to set it so it wouldn't crease up, because it was creasing up, and like I said, it was a liquid, so it didn't set nicely at all. So I had to set it with eyeshadow. So I'm using the same 2 shadows and just blending everything nicely. And then I'm going in with my L'Oreal eyeliner in black. It's a liquid eyeliner. I love it with the felt tip. And I'm taking my Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil and going in lightly underneath my brows to create a cute little shape. I already have a nice shape, so I'm just going in, just filling in, just to make the shape pop and stand out a little bit more. So going in to enhance the brows, and I went in with a very light hand because he didn't even really do much to her brows like that. I don't think I didn't really follow the way he did her brows, just because I know how my brows are. So yeah, so I'm taking the same concealer that I used under my eyes, and I am placing that under the brows. Mainly, I try to use it mainly on the outer corner. As you can see here, I'm kind of wiping it a little bit because some of it got towards the middle, but it's best to use it on the outer corner, and then you can use one that's a little bit darker on the inner area, so it'll blend in better. So now I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in Peach Fizz again, and I'm actually using it to highlight like it's supposed to be used. So I'm using it to highlight, and it came out so gorgeous. If you have seen my picture with the hat that I've recently posted, oh my goodness, this highlighter was popping, so beautiful. So as you can see, I'm just adding it on because I didn't want to add too much at first. So, you know, I took my time and added a little bit at a time and, you know, blend it out till I got the glow that I wanted. Just blending things out. And he placed it on the chin, on top of the lip, on the nose area, and everything. So I'm using Chestnut by MAC Cosmetics as my lip liner, and I'm going in to prep my lips for my lipstick. So he actually used the foundation that he contoured the model with as his lip liner. So he said that's really good if you need a perfect natural looking lip liner. It will go great on the skin tone that you're working with because you use it to contour, you know. So he said that's a really pretty brown lip liner to use, but I already had chestnut and that's my go-to. So, and that Skin Milk was very liquidy, so I'm like, I'm not about to try to use this as a lip liner. So I used chestnut, and I'm taking the concealer that I put under my eyes and I placed that on the lip. So that, you know, made a really pretty nude lip, but I didn't like how warm it was. I added the LA Girl Glazed Lip Paint in Elude. I added that on top to give it a more pinky nudish look here. And then I'm topping it off with some Buxom lip polish, full-on lip polish, and I love the plumping effect that this has. So I actually used it in the shade Charlie, and that one has a little bit of glitter, so if you don't like glitter, you can use Irish Coffee, which is a really pretty nude. So now I'm taking my Grandiose mascara and going in, and I'm just really like looking in the mirror like at how good this look came out. As you saw at the beginning, that concealer was a little bit lighter, so you know, y'all probably was like, oh my god, what is she doing? But it really came out really nice. So I applied my lashes, and here we are, a nice, pretty, natural looking everyday look. It's not too much, and I just felt like it came out really nice. I'm kind of like a minimalist sometimes when it comes to makeup, especially like a natural look like this, but you know, it's just really pretty. And then it's techniques that I can use for some of my clients if they want like a really beat full on full glam look. So even when watching makeup artists that work backstage for fashion week and stuff, they will tell you that the no makeup looks actually take longer than the full glam makeup look sometimes, because to get that effortless glam, you have to do a lot of blending, and it just takes a lot of work sometimes to actually make the makeup look like skin and look natural. So that's what we have here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I post new videos. See you all later. Bye.